Did you know Nintendo left a lot of information out of the reveal and announcement of the new Animal Crossing game? And these details will definitely help you decide whether or not this game is for you. Hey YouTube, welcome back to a brand new Animal Crossing video. My name's Maury, and today we're breaking down all of the information about Animal Crossing Complete that Nintendo didn't include in their reveal of the upcoming Animal Crossing game in December that I think you should know. Now don't get me wrong, there is no hate in this video. I'm beyond excited for Animal Crossing Pocket Camp Complete, but it's important you know everything before purchasing this game. And just to clarify, Nintendo didn't necessarily not reveal this information, but rather quietly include extra details elsewhere that are probably important that didn't actually make it into the reveal trailer or initial announcement. So if you're excited to find out everything Nintendo didn't tell you about the new Animal Crossing game, be sure to leave a like and subscribe so you never miss a video. I'd really appreciate it. And let's get into it. Number 1. Time travel breaks the game. Now jumping straight in, time travel in Animal Crossing Complete, which I prefer calling it just because it's easier, will break the game. Specifically, should you choose to change the clock on your device manually, like the typical Animal Crossing player has done for many years, in order to time travel, it will in fact break some events. So some patience will be needed to experience upcoming events because time traveling to them will stop the event working correctly and presumably stop the distribution of items correctly. Nintendo quietly confirms this on the App Store listing, stating, "Some events may not function properly if you change the time on your device." This is a pretty generic warning, but included essentially in the small print. Anyway, this is obviously an issue for the new game given it's offline, unlike the current live version which pings a server clock. Obviously this is not a huge deal, but something important to know for those who might be coming from a console version of Animal Crossing and planning to jump into grind the events, for example. So in short, probably best not to time travel. Number 2, only one device. Sort of. Now, Animal Crossing Complete, which launches December 3rd, is for the most part an offline game once you have transferred your save data for those who transfer data, which means the save file is stored locally on your device within the app itself. This has a couple of consequences. Firstly, there is no cloud data. There's no backup. If you delete the app for whatever reason, the save data will be deleted too. Nintendo quietly confirmed this in the FAQs, stating, "Animal Crossing save data is saved to a device. Therefore, if you delete the app, save data will also be deleted, so please be careful." Secondly, because save data is no longer cloud-based and will no longer be synced with your Nintendo account, you can only use this save data on one device. So if, for example, you switch between an iPhone on the go and an iPad at home, this is no longer a thing. The save file is stored locally and can only be used with a single device, which might take some getting used to with current Pocket Camp players. However, despite Nintendo confirming this and warning us in both the App Store listing and the game's FAQs, it will be possible to swap devices if you upgrade your phone, for example. Nintendo are including a feature that temporarily connects to Nintendo servers to allow you to upload your save for 7 days, after which it will be deleted. This is obviously a mechanic that will allow you to upgrade your device or phone and move your save over. I guess there's nothing stopping you backing up your save every 7 days, but we don't know the full details about this feature yet, so just assume your save is tied to a single device and only transferable if you need to. Of course, if you lose your phone and haven't used this 7-day temporary service, your data will be lost with the phone. Number 3. No Sanrio villagers. Now, despite being called Animal Crossing Complete, about 0.1% of the content won't be available, including the Sanrio villagers. Likely due to licensing issues, the Sanrio villagers will be removed from rotation and cannot be obtained on fresh playthroughs. Interestingly, for those who already obtained them previously, will be able to transfer them, but that's likely because real money may have been involved with the players in obtaining them at the time. The same goes for all Sanrio furniture. It will be removed from fresh playthroughs, but will in fact carry over for those who already obtained them. So something to bear in mind if you're looking forward to jumping in for the first time and are a huge Sanrio fan. Nintendo very quietly confirmed this hidden deep in the FAQs. In fact, it's almost impossible to find the FAQ page simply by clicking through the FAQ website. Not sure why this was hidden so much. Even the App Store listing simply states, "Some items from Animal Crossing Pocket Camp may not be available." Again, maybe they can't use the term Sanrio in a new description or something, but something to bear in mind. Number 4, no crossover content. Similar to the Sanrio situation, all crossover content with Nintendo's own IPs, including Super Mario event items, Splatoon event items, and Pokemon event items, will be removed from fresh playthroughs. Therefore, events won't be playable and crossover fortune cookies won't be obtainable. Again, for those who already obtained these items, they will transfer over, but not if you're starting a new campsite. This is a super weird one given it's Nintendo's own IP, but there's likely some legal reason for removing them. Again, this was quietly confirmed deep within the FAQs alongside the Sanrio details, but just to clarify, Nintendo have confirmed animals who have already been invited and items already obtained in Animal Crossing Pocket Camp can all be transferred by transferring save data to Animal Crossing Pocket Camp Complete. Number 5. Transfer cutoff. Now, as you know, it is possible for players to transfer their current save data from the old Animal Crossing game to the new Animal Crossing game using a linked Nintendo account. This is something that was briefly mentioned in the reveal of Animal Crossing Complete and something Nintendo advises you to do, even if you're not going to play straight away, and with good reason. Something Nintendo sort of brushed over was that there is an end date or cutoff for transferring your save data before it's deleted from Nintendo servers. Nintendo confirmed in the small print and in the FAQs that save data can be transferred until June 2nd, 2025. This, by the way, is June 1st in the US, I believe, because of time zones. Anyway, this will be the last time you're able to transfer any save data to the new game before the feature becomes obsolete. So if you've ever played Pocket Camp, just link it to a Nintendo account right now before it goes offline, just in case, and if you decide to play the new game, make sure you move it across before June. Number 6. Lost items. Now, along with some content like Sanrio villages and certain items, players will lose some items when transferring their data. Some of the items we know about, such as leaf tickets, but others, such as flowers, there was no mention of. Anyway, hidden deep in the FAQs, Nintendo did thankfully provide a list of such content, so many of it can be avoided. Now, the list is fairly long, but it includes things like flowers in your garden, items you have for sale listed in the marketplace, and various other things like unused cookies for club members or items currently being crafted. I guess this would have been too much information to go over during the announcement, but at least we have this list. So before transferring, be sure to empty your garden and mailboxes and claim all mailbox items and things like that. It's worth noting your campground items and layout will be fine. Number 7. Price cut. Now, when Nintendo revealed the new Animal Crossing game, they mentioned the 50% price cut or early bird price for those purchasing Animal Crossing Complete before January. However, the reveal made it sound like it was limited to the US. It's not. The 50% price cut does appear to be worldwide and available in every region. For example, I just purchased it for £7.99 in the UK. So something to bear in mind for those outside the US. Number 8. Large game. Now, a very small detail you should know is that the game's pretty large and will by launch take up approximately 300 megabytes of space, which for a mobile game is fairly significant. Probably not an issue for modern devices, but something that wasn't advertised that you definitely should know. So there we have it, 8 details Nintendo didn't tell you about Animal Crossing Complete. Does any of this change anything? Were you hoping to meet the Sanrio villagers? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to post complete in the comments if you made it to the end of the video, and include whether or not you'll be getting Animal Crossing Pocket Camp Complete or waiting for a sequel to New Horizons. I'd love to know. Thank you so much to the Patreon and channel members. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.